Imagine a future where humans don't just visit other planets, but live there, where children are born on Mars, where we mine asteroids for resources, and where interplanetary travel becomes as routine as flying across the Earth. Space colonization may sound like science fiction, but it's closer to reality than you think. So, where will humans live next? Let's explore the future of space colonization and the places we might one day call home. As our technology advances and our thirst for exploration grows, the idea of living in space has transformed from a distant dream into a tangible goal. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are investing billions into creating the technology that could bring us to Mars or the Moon, while international space agencies have ambitious plans for space habitats and permanent settlements. But what does space colonization actually mean? How feasible is it? And what are the key locations we should focus on first? In this video, we'll dive deep into the future of space colonization, exploring the most promising destinations and the challenges that come with them. Before we discuss where humans will live next, we must address the enormous challenges that space colonization presents. First off, human bodies evolved to live on Earth protected by its atmosphere, gravity, and magnetic field. In space, humans face a constant bombardment of cosmic radiation, extreme temperatures, and zero gravity, all of which can weaken bones, damage DNA, and impair bodily functions over time. So, any colony in space must overcome these basic survival challenges. Second, building sustainable colonies off Earth will require vast resources. We'll need advanced life support systems for air, water, and food, energy sources that can power whole communities, and reliable ways to transport materials between planets. Overcoming these challenges will be key to making space colonization a reality. Let's start with our closest celestial neighbor, the Moon. The Moon offers some obvious advantages for early space colonization. It's relatively close, just 3 days away, which makes supply missions much more feasible. The idea of establishing a permanent lunar base has been around for decades, and NASA's Artemis program to put humans back on the Moon by the mid-2020s, with plans to eventually build a sustainable base at the lunar South Pole. But why the South Pole? Well, it's thought to contain water ice within permanently shadowed craters, which could be used for drinking water, oxygen, and even fuel production. A lunar colony would serve as a hub for science and exploration, providing a testing ground for technologies we'll need for long-term survival in space. Plus, the Moon could act as a launch pad for deeper space missions, reducing the cost and energy needed to reach other planets. However, life on the Moon wouldn't be easy. It has no atmosphere, extreme temperature fluctuations, and long, dark nights that last about 2 Earth weeks. Colonists would need to live in protected habitats, likely underground or within domes, and rely heavily on imported supplies, at least in the early stages. Now, let's talk about the most popular candidate for space colonization, Mars. With its intriguing landscapes and potential for past life, Mars has captured our imagination like no other planet. But could we actually live there? Mars presents a more Earth-like environment compared to the Moon. It has seasons, a day that's only slightly longer than ours, and evidence of water beneath its surface. The atmosphere, though thin and mostly carbon dioxide, offers a bit of protection from cosmic radiation, and the planet's gravity, while weaker than Earth's, is still enough to prevent some of the health issues caused by long-term weightlessness. SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, has plans to send humans to Mars within the next decade. The goal is to build a self-sustaining city on Mars, where people could live, work, and thrive independently from Earth. Solar power, underground shelters, and Martian soil-based agriculture are all part of the vision. However, Mars colonization won't be a walk in the park. The planet is foreign, about 6 months away at its closest approach, and its atmosphere is too thin for humans to breathe. Any long-term Martian colony will need to solve the problems of generating oxygen, growing food, and creating habitats that protect colonists from radiation and the planet's cold temperatures. Terraforming Mars, making it more Earth-like, is a long-term possibility, but we're still centuries away from that. Beyond planets, there's also the possibility of living on asteroids or large space stations. Asteroids may not seem like ideal homes, but they hold a vast amount of resources like metals and water, which could support space industries and human colonies. In the future, we might see asteroid mining outposts where humans live temporarily while harvesting these resources. Then, there's the concept of O'Neill cylinders or rotating space stations that could simulate Earth-like gravity. These massive, self-sustaining structures would orbit Earth or another celestial body, housing entire communities. Companies like Blue Origin have even hinted at such ideas for future space habitats. The advantage of space stations is their flexibility. They could be placed anywhere in the solar system and might even serve as stepping stones for deeper space exploration. Each of these locations, whether it's the Moon, Mars, or space stations, holds promise for humanity's future in space. But where will we go first? That depends on our technological progress and our willingness to invest in these bold new frontiers. The Moon might be our first stepping stone, with a permanent base established within the next few decades. Mars could follow, with the first human colony on the Red Planet within our lifetimes, and in the distant future, humanity could spread to asteroids, space stations, and even beyond our solar system. Space colonization is no longer just a dream. It's an emerging reality. As we push the boundaries of exploration, humans may one day live on the Moon, Mars, and perhaps even in space stations orbiting distant planets. Each destination offers its own unique challenges, but with the rapid pace of innovation, it's likely that humanity will not only survive, but thrive beyond Earth. The future of space colonization isn't just about where we can go, it's about redefining what it means to be human in the cosmos. Are you excited about the future of space colonization? Do you think we'll see a human colony on Mars in our lifetime? Or do you think the Moon will be our next home? Leave a comment below with your thoughts. And if you want to keep exploring the wonders of space and the mysteries of the universe, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next cosmic adventure.